just gonna leave you alone. What do we find in this sucker? Terminal is displaying information about the basic systems. All systems normal. Accumulated clutter cleared. The system shows only a few thousand hundred messages. Navigating is somewhat easier now. Done all this. Why does it show up? Point of interest.
Huh. A garage. We get this cleaned out, you can put your truck in here.
Rusted slicer dicer? Game saved. Probably for a good reason. This enormous spider-like robot is in bad shape. It twitches and puddles its own fluids, its casing dented and riddled with bullet holes. Judging by the scrape marks on the floor, it looks like someone dragged it into the garage from somewhere else. Recognized as a slicer dicer, a pre-apocalypse military robot, it appears to have been badly damaged and firefighters missed the most weapons. Close inspection, you note that some of the bullet holes have been patched. Several of the legs show signs of recent welding. Slicer Dicer's main access panel is open, revealing its wiring and power plant. It's clear that someone has been trying to repair the robot. Corpse of a young woman lies at your feet, her body contorted at an unnatural angle. Judging by the smell, she's been here a while. Woman is wearing a patchwork jumpsuit and leather tool belt. Her pockets are crammed with fuses, bundles of wire, and bits of circuit boards. Looks like this Wastelander made her living by scavenging and repairing electronics. She would have felt right at home in an old garage like this. First aids. The body's unnatural position suggests some kind of seizure, and there are signs of discoloration on her face, indicative of heart failure. A heavy metal spanner is gripped tightly in her right hand. Metal is discolored and scorch marks blacken her fingertips. Looks to you like a textbook case for electrocution. Let's pick it. A repair kit. Anything else in here? Garage door, at least outside, I would imagine. Use the repair kit on this? No, still not, so. Okay.
What a stink. Somebody's been using this medbay for a morgue. Gonna take an ocean of bleach to get it ready for customers.
Okay, so med pack. Leathery corpse is missing several of its digits and facial features. Search for cause of death. Looks like exposure to extreme cold took this person's missing extremities. Scarring indicates this may have happened multiple times over several years. It wasn't the cold that killed him. Open wounds across his back indicate that he was whipped to death. Eek. Also, the corpse's ankles and wrists have some scarring as if he had been chained up for a while. There is a pile of corpses in this corner. These people died in a variety of ways, most of them violent: bullet holes in one, a crushed skull on another, a cut throat on a third. They all have the same scarring on their ankles and wrists as the other corpses, most likely from manacles. Torn skin suggests that they were frequently moved. This female corpse is bloated and putrefied. One of her arms is entirely missing. Black ichor oozes from her swollen torso. Looks like the missing arm had nothing to do with the woman's demise. It had been expertly removed and stitched up long before she died. Instead, she seems to have died of an infection or illness. Notice the same scarring on her ankles and wrists as the other corpse, most likely from manacles. The torn skin suggests they were frequently. Like the missing arm. Okay. Level 4. This desiccated husk of a man is little more than a skeleton covered in papery skin. Like a simple case of starvation and dehydration, but you find the same scarring on his ankles and wrists as on the other corpses. Looks like people have been trafficked as slavers. What's down here? Lockpicking impossible. Good to know. Good to know. Trap detected.
Look at all this machinery. If we can get it all running, this will be a good spot for your armory.
Other one. Camera doesn't turn fast enough. What's in the trash? Ammo's in the trash? Ooh. Okay, we can't get in there. Terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. Logs. You can log find this terminal relates to a massive data wipe from several decades ago. This terminal is displaying information about the base's systems. Nothing. I think that about does it. You guys come? Let's roll.
Rangers, good to see you.
Yeah. More about
Happy
you.
to tell you what you need to know.
What's your story, Morning Glory?
Came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since. fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories. And he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles.
Served with the Patriarch for so long, you must like him.
I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down. Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions, but the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice.
Choices are tough. Tell us some stories about your days fighting inside the Patriarch. Talk about some.
Happy to. What's on your mind?
Goodbye.
I'll be here.
I'll be there for you. Alright.
Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
Cool. Not that one. Okay. Okay. Full house again. First one. Group personnel from rescue. Big break jailer. Shortly before we arrived at Peterson Air Force Base, a large group of Dorsey's attacked Colorado. Sheriff Daisy in downtown Colorado Springs. Colorado. This way for the springs. There's a dog. Heard it. Snowdrift is just the right balance of density and wetness to pack snowballs. Oh, ridiculous. Yellow tinged snow can make for some seriously gross snowballs. Okay. Now I have more than I had before. Is all anyone could ask for. Where's the doggo? There's a cyborg chicken. Metal-plated electronics have been implanted in this chicken's body. It looks up to you, a sense of loneliness in its eyes. You don't see any other chickens around. Fuck. And there are kinds of dogs. What is this? Ooh. Capacitor. More dollars. Junk. Junk, junk, junk. Yeah, it's just... So I need to be level 3 is what I'm seeing. Okay. Duly noted. Level 3 to get the doggos. Ooh, a reflex scope. Okay. So much stuff. Who gets the reflex scope? Me? I must. And let's save before we get out of here. Wake me up before you go. Gonna shoot some people in the faces and tell them no. No matter what you need, the merchants in Market Square have got you covered. Good, maybe I can sell all the junk. Punky junk. Clunkity junkity doo doo. Boys.
Fucking Dorsey's!
Sure.
It's not fair.
No, never is.
Please, you don't look like marshals. Do you work for the Patriarch?
Yes. Like that one.
Then my boy needs your help. He's going to be executed. And they won't listen when I say he's no killer. Judge Watkins has sentenced my son to die. Austin is all I have left. Everyone else died on the plains. He's a good boy. He never hurt anyone. I'm sure of it. Please, maybe Watkins will listen to you.
Maybe. What happened was he sentenced to
I
death.
don't even know why he was rounded up. He won't tell me. Says he's embarrassed. I know they caught him doing something wrong, but he says he never hurt anyone. If you talk to him, maybe he'll tell you what happened. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger than your mother. I know that much.
What's on right here? Son.
Austin Pease, the skinny boy up on the platform. I can't imagine he killed anyone. We've seen enough death on our way out here. He never wanted to hurt anyone, ever. Our family escaped the wars in the East. Tried to make our way across the plains. My husband, my other son, my daughters, one by one, picked off and killed. Now it's just the two of us, and I'm gonna lose him too.
Just the two of us. You and I.
Please, help my son!
Are those dead people? And are those people naked?
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families!
Looks like the Patriarch's Dorsey's... like the Patriarch's Dorsey captive. Guess
You
his
ain't seen the
trial.
last of us.
How does it feel now?
We ain't gonna beg for our lives!
Dorsey
we
scum!
ain't weak like you!
How does it feel
Till
now?
Dorsey lives, he'll kill you all!
I hope you die slow!
We'll have our revenge! You ain't seen the
How
last
does it feel
of us!
now?
We ain't gonna beg for our lives. We ain't
Bastards!
The deluge of blood is coming for you all!
Hey, Rangers!
I hope you
like
die
that
slow!
welcome party!
No regret!
Dorsey
no
scum!
repentance! Nelius Dorsey lives!
Murderers!
He'll kill
This
you
kid's going in
all.
the pillories next.
Dorsey scum!
Teenager prisoner is gaunt and pale, his hair is tousled and greasy, his face angular with hunger, stares at the pillories with dread, swallowing occasionally. Sees you staring at him and snaps back to reality.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Just got a lot on my mind.
You get in trouble with the marshals.
Made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some food and some kindness and asked me to do some vandalism. I figured what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so here I am. Mom would have talked me out of it. I should have talked to her first.
How'd you do it?
We were starving. No two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorseys gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, but what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? I can't take the chance.
Got a daring escape plan?
No, I was never no desperado. Don't rightly know why I let myself get caught up in this. But if I'm to die, I'd at least like to do that right. Gonna do that like a man.
What's your sentence?
Magistrate tells me it's death. They're gonna strip me down and tie me to those things. And they're gonna let the cold do its work. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process.
Huh.
Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work, if you'll have me.
Useful?
I'm used to hard work around the homestead, and I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, interviewing people, telling the truth about how things really are. Sure didn't turn out like I hoped.
Okay.
Nice talking to you.
Murderers! Bastards!
How does it feel now?
How does it feel now? Dorsey scum!
God, I wish
Dorsey
these people
scum!
would shut up and die quiet.
Dorsey scum!
A lot of folks were shot down in the street. Marshals cleaned up most of
Bastards!
the bodies already.
Bastards! Bastards!
Yeah, we hear you, bastards.
How does it feel now?
Bast-
Straight Watkins. The Star Man looks out at the pillories with an expression of grim satisfaction. His sallow skin pulls tight over his face, his thin lips pressed together in a hard line.
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Thanks, Quan. I can handle this myself.
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival. partly from the confessions of the Dorsey Raiders, you'll be pleased to know that I sentenced them to death for their part in the attack on the city and your convoy.
Which reminds me, that Dorsey you requested stand trial? He was clearly guilty and sentenced to the pillories. A waste of my time. He did have this note, though, which you may find interesting.
Austin Pease says he didn't kill anyone. What will it take to free him?
His crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience.
But if the Rangers were to pay for his damages and assume guardianship of not a bad kid, tell his mother has, kill him and might as well kill her. Going for death for him.
My concern cannot be for his mother. It can only be for the law. Regrettable, but he chose this path, not I. Mercy. I do not see the word in my law books.
Okay.
The Patriarch has charged me to dispense justice, not mercy.
I don't want to pay for his damages.
You wish to compensate the city and the owners of the damaged properties for their losses. I can facilitate that.
Not really.
That's the price in Colorado dollars.
Only paid 188. Okay.
This is irregular, but it is within my powers to grant you full custody of Austin Peace. Any further infractions he may commit are the Ranger's responsibility. I would recommend keeping him out of trouble. You should inform the boy. Best he hears the good news from you.
Dorsey scum!
That was not
Rangers, what brings you here? They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. Oh,
Harsh.
to the contrary. It is more merciful than the punishments meted out by the mountain clans or the gangs of the plains. If we did any less, they would see our nation as weak. And in Colorado, weakness is death. As much as we might long for the world before the bombs, when justice was not so cruel, that is not the world we inhabit.
And let's be honest, Judge. You kinda like it too, don't you?
No, I do not. I only do what the law commands.
And since you're the law around here, I guess you're your own boss.
I follow principles set forth at the second founding of this city, as you know very well. Without our laws and the penalties to enforce them, we're no better than the Wastelanders.
You have no other punishments here?
For some offenses, we have a work camp on the plains. I don't approve of their methods, but it's outside my jurisdiction. Minor infractions, like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct, are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Proceed.
Apparently.
Indeed.
How does it feel now?
Still here. Now looking forward to what comes next.
Talk to the magistrate. He says he'll release you, but you'll be working for us now.
What? Are you serious? You really saved my life and I get to be a ranger?
No.
Soon as they let me free, I'm going straight to your headquarters. I'll do whatever you need me to do. clean guns, scrub toilets, you name it. Thank
How
you,
does it feel
thank you,
now?
thank you.
More mouths to feed.
How does it feel
Fantabulous.
now?
Why do I do these?
You Rangers are heroes. I'm gonna tell everyone what you did for my son. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, I suppose. But dude, do I gotta get in here?
Bastards!
You the Rangers? Sheriff Daisy's looking for you.
Nice.
Someone's sure having a hell of a party, huh? All that screaming and fireworks?
Who dis?
Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help. Hold on now. You aren't marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour. Forgive me. That was unkind. I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when. That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration.
I want to hear who you think should get less consideration than you?
I suppose not. We are all equal in the eyes of God, as they say. I am just frustrated. That is all. It doesn't seem that anything is being done.
Who are you anyway?
My name is Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. But now they and my little brother have been kidnapped by those good-for-nothing Dorseys, and I fear for their lives.
Tell us more about the 100 Families.
We are the founding families of Colorado Springs, descended from the survivalists who came together after the deluge of fire and helped the Patriarch build a stronger Colorado. I'm proud to trace my lineage back before the war on both sides of my family.
Exactly is going on here?
Someone let the Dorseys into town, and the savages have taken my family hostage, along with a good many others, and retreated to the Garden of the Gods. I came here to demand that Sheriff Daisy immediately mount an expedition to save them, but her marshals keep putting me off.
Ironically, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you, friends. One more voice urging her to action might be sufficient. Thank you. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me.
We should build some more watchtowers.
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers? We were told to expect you. Sheriff Daisy's waiting for you in the back.
Thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Kwan. Reports. Lots of reports.
Paper pushers.
The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's been exhausting.
Your boss on how to handle Sheriff Daisy.
Don't blink.
Oh, I blinked. Tell us about the marshals.
It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Mostly, though, we do what Sheriff Daisy says. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
Ah, yes. Fill out. Marshals must go through a bunker's worth of coffee every day. Alright, let's do this, Sheriff. Sheriff is a statuesque woman with graying blonde hair and steel in her smile.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Weston wants to talk about rescuing her family from the Dorseys.
That girl? You think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me, too. Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you take little Miss Wesson with you when you go to save them. In fact, I'm going to insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
Kick some ass, Seabass.
You spoke to Sheriff Daisy like you promised, strangers. Thank you. I heard her tell you to take me with you to the Garden of the Gods. So, when do we leave? It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science. But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious.
Combat experience.
Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot in the city.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
Have you killed anyone?
No. But I have hunted. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate.
All right.
At last.
The guns. Can I get in there? Dang. Level 4. How can I tell what level? How close to level? Ah, there we go. Dang. Okay.
We'll have our revenge.
Dorsey, stop!
You ain't seen the last of us.
Lights of Dorsey slain in the recent incursion were tossed haphazardly into this frozen
No
fountain.
mercy on your souls, Colorado.
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs!
We ain't weak like you!
What? This the right way? Young guard's face is nervous but determined. He steps forward as you approach, holding his hand
By
up.
order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate.
What authorization do we need?
An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed.
Oh, that's the gate closed.
The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's orders are in effect. Authorized business only.
What's through the gate?
Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's Palace. Good day.
Listen. Oh. Kodiak.
God darn it, Martha. Why else would I even keep a shotgun around if I don't use it?
Do you know who those outlaws are, Josiah? They're Dorseys! They won't be scared of a scrawny old man.
A scrawny old man with a shotgun? Hang on, I'm not that old.
Oh, Josiah, just put down the gun and let someone else handle this, all right?
Garden.
Consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I can't handle myself? I've put down worse than these in my time.
Since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life.
Notice your expression of relief crosses her.
Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those Dorseys, he'll get himself killed.
What's up?
Some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing store in the whole dang town. So I'm going in after them.
That's
They're too busy. Besides, a man should be able to protect his own shop.
Help?
Finally, someone with some spine. I'd do it all myself, but since you're new in town, I figured you'd need to show your mettle.
Sure.
Josiah, don't you do this. Let these people handle it. They've had plenty of experience by the look of them.
Thanks.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Thank you. Keep an old man from killing himself, will you?
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith in me, Martha? Especially in front of these soldier types? You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over. Well, go on then.
Okay. Open sesame.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off!
Hey, good looking.
I done told you! Don't come any closer!
More to hold up in a clothing store, put on some new duds, and just walk out of town. Good Dorsey is a dead Dorsey.
Oh,
The enemy has armor, which means that it can block some of your incoming damage. Fortunately, all the weapons have a penetration stat. If your weapon's penetration is equal to or greater than your enemy's armor, your weapon will deal full damage. If your weapon's penetration is less than the target's armor, you'll do a proportional amount of damage, but no more than 80%. Penetration 15 versus armor 10, 100%. Penetration 5 versus armor 10, 50%. Penetration 9 versus armor 80%. Thought you said, but no more than 80%? So how does that work? Probably a bad idea. Out of range, I don't get. Oh, are you serious?
Takes me.
Move and still fire. God, so freaking close.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay. Put in some bullets. Dollar bills, y'all. on the roof. Lighter. Kits, med kits, all the goodness. All the bullets. All the bulletness.
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys.
You're welcome.
Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic in the Arapahoe garage, just outside the city gate.
Road to the north.
And here, a little token of our appreciation. Sweet. Come on back after we reopen the shop.
Why don't you reopen the shop now?
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic there. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The Doc is prickly at the best of times. And these are not the best of times.
Prickly. The prick.
Snap and Jimmy Bob's still standing. Dorseys or no Dorseys. You think a little raid would stop Snap and Jimmy Bob? No siree. Oh, hey! New faces? Let me know if you need to restock. I hear there's still some Dorseys in the city.
What's your story, Jimmy Bob?
That's snapping Jimmy Bob, thank you.
Your story snapping,
Not
Jimmy
that
Bob.
much to tell. My dad was a trader, and a good one. And now I'm a trader, and a good one. Might seem boring to wandering muscle like yourself, but I like it.
It's that contraption on the end of your stall.
Oh, that's my prized possession. A genuine pre-apocalypse, fully functional microwave. I can cook up some truly gourmet delicacies with it. But the damn power got cut in the fighting. It'll take the city weeks to fix it.
Well, let's trade.
Let's.
Sell junk. Nice. Snicker. A lot of good stuff. I think I'm actually okay. Don't have any armor. Frozen ferret. What? Several of the stalls of Market Square were wrecked by the martial crossfire. Ooh, an armor mod. Silicones. Pretty sure. Asia. Lives of fallen marshals and citizens have been arranged for pickup and a proper burial.
Did you see the Dorseys almost blow up the statue?
Yeah, I was hiding.
Mary Milkteeth.
Welcome to Mary Milkteeth's Morning After Mart. If you did some things last night that you wish you hadn't, I got you covered. I can clean you up, sober you up, cure your ills, and get you ready to face the new day.
All right.
Or maybe you got banged up in the Dorsey raid. I can help with that too. What do you need?
What do you have for sale?
Remedies for regret, children. Headache pills, hair of the dog, pills for the pox, pills for the pain, and first aid kits for those of you who might have started something you couldn't finish. All guaranteed to fill you with pep and put a spring in your step. What can I get you? Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Okay. Future. Bleeding. Buy all of them. There we go. About 2. Four injured hits. Nitro spike. They're expensive. 6 med packs. 3 of those. So I think that are on people though.
There's always something breaking. Ah, hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions, if you're here to learn about our wall.
Sure. Were you?
I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine nuclear reactions at room temperatures making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again.
Tell us about the wall.
It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies. If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers from approaching. Such a pity. Believe me, I understand. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck out there. Back to the wall.
Damaged sensor. Angle.
Nothing to say to you. Talk to our mom.
Okay. Grizzled and gnarled as an old oak tree, the rounded little woman scowls at you from under her scarf. Eyes invisible on a face that has more wrinkles than skin.
You got business with Mama Carter?
I don't know.
Ha! No, you don't. Come back when you do. Until then, scram.
Okay.
No time.
Linebacker in a lab coat. This doctor is clearly weary but works feverishly to bandage the bloody head of an unconscious young.
Hey, Doc. Quan, hope you won't take offense, but I've got no time for niceties. Dying people take precedence.
Oh! That.
Understood, brother.
You do anything now? So gross, spurting blood. Gestures toward the injured patients lying nearby.
They're in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them.
Define him, class.
Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These folks are literally dying on us, so don't fuck around.
Here.
Great. Then get started on those patients.
He nods, allowing himself a quiet sigh of relief, then returns his attention to the injured woman. The woman is almost unconscious. Her body is a nightmare of bruises and welts, but at least she's breathing. Damage is severe, but treated with basic tools. You can use one of your med pack kits to save her life.
Wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop? It hurts. Please. They wouldn't stop.
Ow.
Why wouldn't they stop?
Ow.
They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop?
What now?
Gather supplies.
Finally. Get started on those patients.
Stand. Man is sitting, clenched teeth in the pool of his own blood, a hand pressed on his belly, intestines bulging between the slats of his feet. He won't last much longer without help. If you use one of your suture kits on him, you may be able to save his life.
It isn't bad, is it? Just flesh wound. Am I right? You should see the other guy. You closed my wound. I won't miss staring at my own guts.
I bet not. Alright, what do we need on this one? Med pack kits.
Wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop? It hurts. Please.
Found something? This looks like the last of them. Let's round him up and bring him back to Doc Parker.
What?
What's going on? Did you patch me up?
I did. I'm a badass. Woman is unconscious. Her head is wrapped in bloody gauze. Man doesn't appear to be in much pain, but he's intensely focused on his leg. A white bone shoots his skin. He's clearly broken in several places. May end poorly for him. You could use one of your injury kits to save his life.
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground stopping me.
My leg! You said it!
Still hurts like a bitch, but maybe I'll actually walk again.
Maybe. Alright, Doc.
What now?
Done. Then everything came with the patient, so you all pull through.
Good. Thank you. One sec, though.
Got a stethoscope.
I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm grateful for what you've already done. But I need one more favor.
Always.
See this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. I need to keep constant watch on her, and I need cleaner, safer facilities to do it. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Ranger. I just need to save her. What do you say?
For sure.
Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. And mine. Need anything before I get my stuff together?
Yes.
Of course. Let's have a look.
Nice.
Good luck.
You the bomb. Hong Kong.
Lip.
In his old age, the man is impressive, broad-shouldered and thick-necked. He wears his hair in thick white braids.
Hey, Jimmy. Glad to see you're okay. Dorsey's didn't get this far?
Nah, they didn't bother with us. They were after folks wearing badges like yours. I would have shot those Dorseys dead if they'd walked in my garage. Haven't seen your friends before. If you folks are looking for help with your vehicle, you've come to the right place. This is the Colorado Springs Arapahoe Station. We got stations all over Colorado, mostly for fixing and supplying our own fleet. But we fix vehicles and sell parts to anybody. I'm the manager, Jimmy Longhaul. That's my crew over there. You need any repairs or alterations to your ride, they're the ones who will put it all together. Best crew in the business.
Look, you also repair people.
Yeah? Oh, that's Doc Parker. He needed a place to set up his clinic, and we had the space, so good thing, too. Those Dorseys hurt a lot of people with that little raid of theirs. We brought as many as we could in here, and Doc's been patching them up as fast as he can. Only got 2 hands, though. Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
Make sure you take care of that bike when you get to it.
That rust trap?
Her horn.
Why?
Because this was Jimmy Longhaul's
Rhino cannon.
first car. When it gave up the ghost in the plains, he salvaged what he could, turned it into this monster you see before you. All because he couldn't bear to be separated from his machine. That's dedication for you.
Also to get out of the plains. Y'all forgot that part.
Yes. Yes. Ah, thank you. Future kit. That kit, thank you. Placing those is vital. I know. Gained 8 armor for 36 turns. 720. Oh my gosh. Good time. 3 AP, but drugs are rough. All right, though. I think that's gonna have to do it for me. We have done a heck of a lot. Heck of a lot. I love it. Every bit of it.